slide. They are telling there are two approaches. What is the first approach? Based on regular expressions. Now, regular expressions is up to the user. How you want to check? Like suppose I want to verify or validate a user's mobile number or validate a PAN card number, just like you had for Python one example you had, trying to validate the PAN card. That regular expressions, most of them are available on the internet. You will be easily get that. But suppose you want to do something of your own. You want to like say that I have a string and I've written the particular string as X, Y is repeated 4 times. I want to find out that Y and try to match it. So how that can be done, we'll see with that regular expression object. Then another is with the help of the string object. Now in the string object, or especially for this regular expressions patterns, when you try to put those special symbols, important thing is to follow this slashes. Have a look at the screen there. Whatever pattern you mention, user defined, you do it from the Google, anything, it should be mentioned within these slashes. Slash is a must here. 2 slashes. Okay. First, we will, before we go to this regular expression thing, we'll try to do it with this search function. So what this search function is going to help us, you can try to find a particular string. Just read this, takes a pattern as a parameter and it returns the position in the string object where the pattern is matched. So now what it is returning the position. Position means what? Index values. You remember yesterday I told string also will behave like arrays. It starts with the index 0 and goes up to n minus 1. So the string, the search function will take just one parameter, that is the string that you want to search, and will return its index value. If it is not found, it is going to return -1. One small example, I have a small code snippet here. Have a look here, one string variable, and the string that is storing is rabbits are furry. Now, what I am trying to do here, observe just this string dot search. What does str contain? Str contains this string, correct? So I am trying to search in that particular string bits. But if you have a look at this word, keys are there, right? Now I have just mentioned from the second one, bits I mentioned. Now you come to the index value. R is for 0, 1, 2, 3. So what does the search function do? Returns the position or the index value. So now what I have said is the position is going to be stored in this variable, and if the position is greater than 0, because why greater than 0? Indexing starts from 0 and increases. Negative indexing is not there. So if it is greater than 0, it means you have already found that particular string. So here I am displaying bits appears in position. Now you may be confused with these double quotes. Remember that whenever we write strings, you are allowed to make use of single or double quotes. Now what I have done is my entire string here is in double quotes. But this string, only to highlight it, for that I have given single quotes. So if I remove these single quotes also, that doesn't make a difference. Comma, POS, what will POS return? The index value. POS here is going to return the index value, comma, BR, again in double quotes. Why double quotes? The HTML tag. It's an HTML tag. BR is for new line character. If the index value, if suppose this is not existing, it means the index value will be negative. Or just to go to the else part, if from 0 up till n minus 1 we have not found any indexing, means that the string was not present or there is no match. That is the meaning of this if position is greater than 0. Now you have a look and tell me whether the string is present or not. The string is present. Just this part. We are just extracting this part. We are trying to match for this part. We are trying to search for this part and want to know the position. So it should return now index 3. The position has to be 3. Let's have a look here. So what output are you getting now? Bits appears in position 3. That is what we counted, no, starting from index 0. The first occurrence it will return, the first occurrence of what? Of B. So that search function is going to just return the index value. Did you follow this function, search function? This is very simple. After this, what we start is the actual pattern matching. That the first one we have is called as the character class. Now, what is a character class? Whenever I say character class, you should remember the square brackets. What do you specify within the square brackets? That is called as a pattern now. So, character class means the square brackets or is indicated by the square brackets. Now, for example, here you can see the last 4 points. Okay, what in the square brackets? What is first mentioned? 8 up to E. All the alphabets are mentioned. What is the meaning of that? Any character between the brackets. So what am I trying to match? I am trying to match in this range. A, B, C, D and E. Only these 5. Suppose I want to match this, the second one. Capital A hyphen Z I have said. It will match all the 26 characters, but in uppercase. What is mentioned within the square brackets is important. You have mentioned capital A and capital Z. So that is the range starting from capital A up till the capital Z, but in which case? Capitals I am saying. So it is in uppercase. Have a look at the next one, next character class. You have small case A to Z. And the last one, capital A, but the ending is what? Lowercase Z. So you can match capital A up to capital Z, small case A up to small case Z. Getting? So character class is represented by square brackets, and with the what parameter does it take? The expression that you want to match. So you can either specify the range, or if you just have 3 to 4 characters to be matched, you can give like the first one. Just ABC or ABCD, only 4 characters you want to match. Have a look at the example. The explanation will be more clear now. I'll comment the first one. Have a look at the string here. The string is storing this. Is this all there is? Fine. Another variable called pattern, that is PATT1. What am I now? First important notation whenever you start with regular expressions is you need to make of the slashes. Okay, so within this slash, 2 slashes I need to give. Within this slash, I am going to give the range what I want to match. So what is the range that I need to match? Let me say I want to match all the alphabets just from the range A to D. One possible way is I can give A, B, C, D or A hyphen D. Let another specifier you have that is to be specified after the slash, which is called as small g. What is that small g? It stands for a global variable. So what is a global variable now? Like in this string, okay, here, I just want to run through all this. Even if the string goes up to 2 lines, I want to try to find out A to D where these characters are existing. So find out in this particular string manually now, do we have any alphabets from A to D? How many are there? 1 comes here. In this all, A will come. Next. Anywhere else? That's it. Shall we run the program? Any error? Let me save. Let us have a look at the output. Check for if there are any errors. What output are you getting? Just A. Why? There are no other alphabets that are present. Is B present? No. Do you have C there? No. Is there D? No. Now what I'll do is instead of A to D, let me extend it up to, if I do A to Z, the entire sentence only will be displayed. Okay. Let's try up till M. So which all alphabets will come now? Just see. I'll refresh this. Right? Whatever characters are present from A to M, all are getting displayed. Now, suppose I'll remove this G here. What happened? Where did the other letters go and why did they go? You got H, right? You did not get this I, you did not get this S. So what happens is character classes, usually they will always specify this global pattern matching, which means it will run through the entire string. That is when you get the correct output. G is called as a variable, global variable. It is to be written in small case G only after the slash. Okay. So this is about character class. Now you have another, the first example here. Let me just uncomment and have a look. Just go through the example. Now what this dot operator does, or the full stop you say usually, it is usually called here as a period. Okay. Now this period, you can see here how I have written, what is my pattern? I have written H, I have given a dot and I have given a T. Now when you do this, I am trying to tell that instead of this dot, any other alphabets that are present between H and T should be displayed. How many such words do you have? I have here HAT. H should be at the beginning. Wherever dot is there, any other letter can come. And the last letter, the ending letter should end with T. So find out how many such letters you have. There is hat, there is hot, and there is a hit. Let's see if we get the same output. Is the beginning with H? Is the ending with T? Check. But the middle one, where dot is given, that can be replaced by any character. There is no restriction for that dot operator. This is called as a period in regular pattern. Do not write it as a full stop. It should be called as a period. Let's have a look at the next one. Remember the names here. It is called as circumflex, or you will call it as a caret symbol, which is present on the digit 6. Caret symbol or circumflex. Okay. For pattern matching, you write it as circumflex only. So now this is the opposite of the first one. It negates. You have heard of negation, the not operator. That is the functionality of this. So this expression is used to find any character not between the brackets. Okay. So this convention follows the same. Only thing is you will have to negate it. Go back to this example now. Okay, instead of running the first one, we'll run the second and the third. Second one we have already seen, character class. Okay, so let me comment again. Go through this example. Both the first one we have already done. Let me change this back to D so that we can see the difference now. Same string is there. First one we will try to extract those characters which are present from A to D. Here we will do the opposite. We want those characters to be displayed which are not in the range A to D. Correct? We had just one letter that is for all. That is coming in the first character class. Second, we have negated. So apart from that, everything is getting displayed. Even your special symbol, that is a question mark, even that will come. Understanding the difference of the circumflex operator stands as negation. Next one, we are going to start with, they are called as meta characters. Like, instead of using the character class, instead of giving in brackets A to D, or sorry, A to Z, you, for digits, you will give it from 0 to 9. Numbers range from 0 to 9. What is the shortcut? Instead of giving 0 to 9, you can just mention the small slash d. Both functionality is the same. One option is go by character class. One option directly make use of this slash d. So this slash d here that you can see is equivalent to this 0 to 9. Let's see one example here now. Have a look at the first one, this one that I've uncommented. The string given contains what letters are there? It has digits, it has even special symbols. Okay. The pattern that I'm trying to match again, if I have to show this, you need to have two slashes for the patterns. Inside the slash, you need to give either the character class 0 to 9, or you can give the short meta character that is called as slash d, followed by the global variable. Why global? It should search the entire string. So what output will you get for this? Observe here, for all the examples, what function we have used? String dot match. We are no longer using string dot search. Since we are doing pattern matching, the function is match. So what output will it give you? Can anyone tell? It should match everything ranging from 0 to 9. So what will be the output of this? You all are following? Correct? 0 to 9. How do you negate it? You don't want 100. I just want to give. One circumflex option is there. Another option we have. Let's have a look at that. Have a look at the second one now. Capital D meta character is used to find a non-digit character. So the equivalent is, as you said, you are correct. You can go for negation and give 0 to 9. But instead of that, the shortcut we have is slash capital D. So have a look now at this one. Till I try to comment and uncomment, you can have a look and understand. Same string is there, but what will be the output this time? Give, what about special symbols? Should it be displayed or will it be displayed? Yes. Correct? Next one we have slash small w. Okay. So this will range, see what is the description given is used to find a word character. Okay, so word character is what? Anything that ranges from small case A to Z, uppercase A to Z, and also digits 0 to 9. Another special symbol, that is underscore. So this is the way in the text that you see here. I have written it in red to highlight, but fine. Here you can see here the way my cursor is moving. That is the shortcut way. The actual pattern way of writing. Capital A to Z I want to match. I want to match for small case A to Z. I want underscore also, and I want 0 to 9 also. Right? But the shortcut way would be going for the meta character slash W. Now let's have a look here again. So you tell me now now? Same string is there. What is going to be the output? Capital A to Z. Do we have? G is there. Small a to Z we have. I, D, E is there. Do we have 0 to 9? Yes. Do we have underscore? Where underscore? Space is there. Underscore is not there. Space and underscore are not same. Okay. Space will be given by a double quotes, empty space string. Then what about percentage and exclamation mark? No. So what will be the output? Correct? We wanted capital A to Z, we got. Small case A to Z, we got. We got digits 0 to 9. Underscore was not there. Special symbols do not fall in the category. So we got this. Then we have capital W, the opposite of this. Now what will be the output? Opposite of this? Percentage and exclamation. Have a look at this code before I run it. Same string I have taken. Only thing is we are negating. Okay. Got? Let's have a look at the next one. Last two. That is, as you said, you have slash n. You make use of slash t, tab width. You have slash r. For that thing, matches where a string contains any white space. Now, any white space, how do you define this? Have a look at this. What is given here in the square brackets? You can have slash t, slash n, slash r, slash f, slash v. You have studied slash t, slash n, and slash r, right? Let's go back here. Go through the code. Same string. The pattern matched is slash s. Okay. I am trying to match this pattern now. How do you say that the pattern has matched or not matched? See, there is no space given in your string. Correct? What slash s is trying to match? Trying to match for a space. Do you have any empty spaces? No. So what is going to be the output? Matches or does not matches? Look at the output and tell me. Why does not match? There is no white space. What are we trying to match with the slash s? Any white spaces. Suppose, let's try to give a space and check. Will it match? Matched? Slash, okay. Write sentences now. You can write in the string only. Okay. Some sentences with slash n, some with slash p, some with slash r. Make a bigger string and then try to do this. Fine. So this is one example. The opposite of that, now have a look at the last one. You can tell me now what it does. What will the capital slash s do? Negation, no? What negation? Negation of a white space. Means, have a look at what is written here. Matches a string, contains any non-white space character. Okay, any non-white space character. I'm not saying a white space, I'm saying non-white space. So what will be the output of this? What is the string given? Does it contain white spaces? Yes, it is a white space. Empty string, as you said, underscore. It's an empty string here. So what will be the output? You all know the output, no? Can you justify why does not match? Okay, let's try to understand. We are trying to match a string which should not contain a white space. Does your given string contain a white space? Yes, that is why you're getting pattern does not match. If I remove this white space, let me write one letter. Now, will it match? No, it is going to match. There is no white space there. We are trying to match for a white space. Remember like this, we are trying to match for a string which should not contain a white space. That is the meaning of non-white space character. So does your string not contain any white spaces? There is no white space there, but the moment I remove this and give a space like this, there is a white space. So these meta characters from understanding also, for the programming also, for examination 10 marks, 5 marks, even for 2 marks, any one meta character they can ask. So you give /d, give the equivalent of that, write the description, one small example also will do. Fine. Now last one. Okay. Directly we'll go to the example here. Have a look at the string and tell me what are we trying to do here. One string which contains single letter X, Y is repeated 4 times, single letter Z. Okay. Now observe the pattern here. What I want is, I want my first letter to be X. My next letter Y, second letter Y, should be repeated 4 times. This is repetition. It is called as repetition. Whenever you want to repeat a particular digit or a word in the flower brackets, you need to give the numeric value. How many times repetition has to be there. So I am saying the second letter Y should be repeated 4 times and the last letter should be Z. Okay. Does this pattern resemble this same string? Correct? Y is 4 times there. So will the output be pattern match or does not match? Pattern matches. Fine, I've refreshed it. Pattern matches. Now, what I'll do is, instead of matching it for 4 times, let's try to match it for 6 times. Y is just 4 times there. Okay, let's have a look at the output now. Does not match. Let's try to reduce the value, because 4 times 3 is already existing there. Is it giving matches? No. So what can you infer from this? If you try to match with the help of these repetition values, the exact number of repetitions will be taken, not less than or equal to. It should be exact. Okay, it should only be equal to. So only the moment I give 4, because there are 4 Y's, it gives pattern matches. So you can't say that you have given your 3 are already existing. But that is not what I'm trying to do. So with such repetitions, no, you can write code for phone numbers. Like first 2 digits will be 9, followed by any other. The rest of the letters or digits can be anything. You can go for your PAN cards, Aadhaar card numbers. So such repetitions will help you there. So this is the concept for today about pattern matching. Students who are online, do you have any doubts?